Picture this. You've spent the morning sculpting your mustache to absolute perfection. You're feeling dapper. You step out into the Alabama sunshine, ready to steal a kiss from your sweetheart, when suddenly you're told your facial hair is a crime. Sounds like a punchline, right? But buckle up, because today I'm diving deep into one of the most baffling laws you've probably never heard of, the so-called ban on men with mustaches kissing women in public in Alabama. Yep, you heard that right. This law supposedly exists, or maybe existed, in Alabama. And if you've ever flipped through a trivia book, watched a late-night comedy show, or clicked on a top 10 weirdest laws article, you've probably seen it pop up. A man with a mustache kissing a woman in public, that's allegedly a criminal act. But is there any truth to it, or is this just another urban legend with a bushy mustache of its own? All right, let's wind the clock back. Think early 1900s, or even late 1800s. Back then, public decency was a huge deal. Cities across America were obsessed with keeping people's behavior in line, which apparently meant banning things like dancing too close, showing a little too much ankle, and yes, locking lips in public. Now, throw facial hair into the mix, and suddenly your mustache isn't just a fashion statement, it's public enemy number one. So why the mustache? Here's where it gets really weird. Victorian hygiene fears were a thing. People genuinely worried that mustaches trapped dirt and germs. Etiquette guides of the time sometimes warned men to wash their faces before getting, romantic. Kissing someone with a mustache wasn't just scandalous, it was unsanitary. Some legal historians think this so-called law might have come from a mashup of local ordinances, stuff meant to control people's public behavior, maybe mixed in with old-timey health codes. It's possible that at some point some city in Alabama had a rule about public kissing, and someone, somewhere, decided to stick a mustache in the story to make it extra spicy. Now for the million-dollar question, is this mustache kissing law actually real? Here's the scoop. There's no current Alabama law that bans mustachioed men from kissing women in public. I've checked the books. Legal scholars have checked the books. If it ever existed, it's not around anymore. But these kinds of stories stick around because old city ordinances and oral histories are like a game of telephone. Details get twisted, laws get repealed, and sometimes people just make stuff up for a good laugh. And Alabama's not the only state with weird facial hair laws, by the way. Iowa supposedly had the same rule about mustaches and kissing. Whether these were real, enforced, or just the products of someone's overactive imagination, we might never know. But here's why I love these strange statutes. They're a peek into what people used to care about. What's hilarious to us now used to be dead serious policy. It's a reminder that every era has its own flavor of weirdness. Ours just happens to be a little less mustache-focused. So, is the Alabama mustache law a hoax? Probably. Is it hilarious? Absolutely. Should you shave before visiting? Only if you want to, but maybe keep that kiss PG just in case. If you enjoy these deep dives into bizarre laws and trivia, don't forget to subscribe, hit like, and tell me your favorite weird law in the comments. Maybe it'll make it into the next video. Until then, keep your stashes tidy and your kisses legal. Catch you next time on Weird Laws from A to W.